G'day, mate. Welcome back to Factorio Fundamentals with me, Jedi. So, I said between episodes I was going to run this belt. I ran this belt. I didn't physically run this belt. I physically had the bots run this belt. That counts, right? I also physically boo-booed the... I guess it's a left-hand turn. And then copied and pasted my problems forward. Anyway, so we've got that up and running. This episode, I really want to do one thing. I want to fix our steel problem. As we can see from our pathetic steel belt, which is technically almost running at full speed, we're making, what, 2/5 of a yellow belt of steel out. By the time it goes through the workshop, it goes through chemical science, it goes through utility science, it goes through production science. There's nothing left. There is absolutely nothing left. So this episode, our plan is to fix steel. And the way we're going to do that, well, actually, first thing we're going to do is going to research lasers, because I want to finish off all the blue technology. I want to have blue technology done. So actually, I want to have uranium processing, and then nuclear power, and then I want to research lasers, and then I want to get laser tech unlocked, laser turrets, and then before we go doing laser shooting speed, I actually want to go back up and I want to get energy weapon damage, because energy weapon damage means my lasers hit for more of a punch rather than they shoot faster. If they shoot faster, they use power faster. If they use power faster, I'm going to have brownouts. So we want to get as much damage as we possibly can, being this one included. I don't want to go up to yellow science, not just yet. And then we'll go for the shooting speed. So we're going to get nuclear power unlocked, because that's the last things we need in our workshop down here before it's just production science and utility science that needs to be unlocked. That's a lot of those. Okay, so the other thing I want to do is I want to get some more iron ore. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to use our upgrade planner. And we can see this is outputting basically a full belt of iron ore. Okay, the first thing we need to do is we need to talk to the natives and tell them no. Blah, 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 dead. Okay, so. Again. Oh, seeing that these belts get put down. Really? Right there. Really? Again? Hey! 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 Stop that. Okay. Really? As I was saying, we're getting almost a full belt of iron ore. I really want to upgrade that. I want to have more iron ore. I want to have a second belt, because I'm thinking about plugging this second belt. Hang on, we'll get there eventually. That bit. All the way to there. That bit. This second belt runs past this smelter, which we haven't hooked up. So that would be a solution. On top of that, the belts that I've brought across, if I was to upgrade this belt all the way from there to there, we get rid of that problem. We put, no, full landfill there, and I bring these belts across. You go there, you go there, you go there, you go there. Okay, so if I bring these 4 belts that we've just having the bots put in slowly and tie them into our 4 existing iron smelters, then I could also take this bottom belt that we've been using for a while and tag it into a new steel smelter, because we're going to need a new steel smelter. If I have a yellow belt coming out and I have a red belt coming in, running through a steel smelter that makes steel made out of steel furnaces, it produces 2/5 of a steel belt back out. Okay, each one on stone furnaces would make, again. Oh, please don't attack the robots. There we go. Okay, they're also something we need to worry about. So, steel takes 5 times as long to craft. So if I have a standard furnace that's producing a belt of iron, and I turn it into steel, I would get 1/5, because it takes 5 times as long to craft. I get 1/5 the yellow belt of steel out. Because we've upgraded steel furnaces, we've upgraded to red belt. Okay, we've doubled the speed, so I go from 1/5 to 2/5. If I can have 1 smelter running, 2 smelters running, and a 3rd smelter that we're going to put, I don't know where, if I can get 3 smelters in, that's the point where I would have technically 6/5 of a steel belt out, which is a whole steel belt, which is exactly what I'd like. So, that's the first thing. Well, that's one of the things I want to do this episode. Next thing I want to do is... Actually, I do want to remove that pipe. It's doing nothing. Okay. Next thing I want to do is... It's not researched yet. Okay, lasers are not researched. Bots will come fix these pipes when they get around to it. They've got a few jobs to do here and there on the map. Next thing I want to do is basically reorganize the belts. At the same time, I'd like to improve our gear situation... Okay, you need to be capped. And are you also not capped? You are capped to 500. You consume a lot of steel. We're going to cap you. Alright. Gears. There's a gap on the belt, which means I'm not quite producing enough gears. Yeah, there's occasional gaps on the belt. So what we're going to do is we're just going to double that real quick. Again, we'll just leave the bots to fix the problem. Alright, so lots and lots of belts brought across. I need to get my... Oh, and I also want to set up recycling. So, we're also going to set up recycling this episode. Okay. So, first things first, recycling. Recycling should be fairly easy. It should be... Lots of poor man's requested chests. So we're going to put one of those there. We're going to put a better power pole there. We're going to put a belt there. We're going to have you input priority from the left. I'm going to set you to be stone. Though any stone in the network ends up in that chest, hopefully gets put into these smelters, done and dusted and dealt with. We are cutting that belt off. So because we're cutting that belt off, we can have you are now going to be in charge of... all the iron ore on the planet. Is there some in the network? There is. Okay, so the way a poor man's requested chest works is bots will try and put iron ore in this chest. But if there's another storage chest somewhere on the planet, like this one, that has iron ore in it, they're going to fill this chest first before they put it anywhere else. So what I want to do is I want to deconstruct that chest. Robots are going to come along. They're going to pick up the 22 iron ore. And then if we hover over this, we're going to notice the 22 iron ore is delivering to this chest. Done. Okay. Also means I can get rid of that, and I can get rid of that. Okay. Same thing I want to do to copper. You're going to be our victim. We're going to put another yellow instead of there. We're going to set you to copper. Done. Also want to do the same with coal. So we already have this chest doing wood. We can put one beside it. Have it do coal. Check the network. There is no copper in the network, but I did see coal in there somewhere, which is that chest, which we can deconstruct and then instantly replace. I'm going to clean up what we can whilst we're here. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're all dead. You're dead. You're dead. Go away. That's all dead. Those are dead. That's dead. Stone. That's dead. And they're dead. Okay. So, quick cleanup later. Things are a little bit tidier. Oh. Okay. The one beside you obviously wasn't dead. On top of that, you're doing strictly coal. You're doing strictly copper. So, we can do that. Okay. Alright. Quick tidy up done. Alright, so our plan is to take our 4 brand new belts we have up here, which should have ore on them. Yeah, it's going through the middle of unexplored areas. Should be able to take these, and I literally want to pump these straight down here and plug them into the 4 first 4 iron smelters. Okay, so then that belt goes in there. That belt goes in there. We want you... Nope, that belt is now dead. Doesn't exist. So that goes away. That belt goes in there. Input priority right, because I want to finish the existing patch. And then this belt... Oh. Haha. Okay, that's a really bad spot for recycling then. If both belts are active. So we're going to put that there. Put that there. We're going to do that. Going to add a power pole. Which is now obviously going to need a roboport. Alright, and this belt needs to come to... Wrong way. There. Okay. That belt's going to get discontinued in a second because it's coming up from the south. So that belt goes in that smelter. This belt, I want to go into this smelter. So what we're going to do is we're going to underground that. I don't have any of those on me. I'm going to put in a yellow one. Here with an upgrade planner, get our underground belts, tag that in there, tag that in there. Okay, so that should run that. It also means, and I'm pretty sure we'll find out as soon as this kicks in and these belts get put down. Really? Really? You guys are just wandering up the bus. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, you found something to nibble on along the way. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I said they're going to keep becoming more of a problem. I said we need to do something about them. We will, shortly. I don't know when shortly is, but we will. Okay. So, where was I? Yeah, I need these belts done, which are now done. And that belt goes to nowhere. Cool. Alright, that fixed that problem. What's the other belt? The other belt's going to there. Which now you're running at full speed. Has no ore on it. So we're going to get rid of this belt. Yeah, there's a lot of ore on it currently, but I just want to get it gone. So we're just going to mark it for deconstruction. As I said, we set up poor man's request chest for recycling. So the bots should take care of all this iron ore and whack it into a smelter for us. Okay, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away, and that goes away. So that should tidy all of that up. Okay, so that still leaves our one remaining at the top red belt of iron ore that we're not doing anything with, which is this belt. All of that can go away to just simplify my life. And then we're going to run that like that. We're going to run you out this way. And then in there, because again, simplifying my life. We'll actually tag you out another tile. Deconstruct. We'll remove that power pole and I'll replace it instantly. Because this is going to be red belt, wherever possible, I'd like to underground the other belts around it. just because red undergrounds are not cheap. I don't know what I'm going to do with this belt. Add it to another steel smelter, which I don't have currently. That's what we're going to do. I just don't have the steel smelter currently. I don't have room for the steel smelter currently, but that's besides the point. Okay, so we're going to underground that. We're going to underground that. Can I get some red belt in my hand, please? You. Run this down. Zigzag you out a tile. So, ideally, in a perfect world, I would take this steel smelter. I would slap it right here. And everything would be fine. Except, we may have run all these belts in the way. Now, I'm not saying that I couldn't move these belts and squish them all into this gap. I probably could. Is it worth the hassle? Nope. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a steel smelter right about here. Which is going to leave us two problems. And look, this is part of why I'm doing this series, so I can make mistakes, so I can show you how you can go about fixing them. It's going to bring out steel down here. And then that steel that's down here, I need to get over to here. So we're going to have to work out a nut-brained way to get this steel to here, which we're going to be doing this episode. So, first things first. You're in my way. You're in my way. You're also in my way. So, we're going to put our steel smelter right about here, which then brings the coal line up, undergrounds into there. All of this is backward, so we need to fix this. So we're going to need a splitter there, a splitter there to put that onto that side of the belt. I'm also going to need to get in... Okay, that doesn't belong there. That doesn't belong there. I also need to get iron in. And coal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that to there. Can we do that? Okay, we can, but it'd be way better if it was over by another tile. So then I can take that into there and that into there. And then my coal line's going to come out this end. And it'll then join all the belts backward, but it'll join back in there. Okay. That tags in there. Why is there no iron ore on this? Because somehow you got hit with an upgrade planner and you got changed to blue belt. We don't have blue belt yet. Oh, you're also dead. Well, let me help. Those go away. That goes away. Yeah. Almost finished with starting off. Okay, so this will bring iron down here. This is already mostly full of coal. It'd be more full if I had the belts in the right direction. We have coal going on the right side of the belts in the middle, which is going to bring our steel out here. And then, like I said, I need to get it over here. Which brings me to a dilemma. And the dilemma is how to get crap through a smelter block. Because there's not a lot of room. In case you haven't noticed, there's not a lot of room. So, what we're going to do is, this was originally built with small power poles. Yoink. Small power poles have a range, hang on, that goes out to there. That look right? Yeah, that looks right. So, medium power poles, the power stretches one tile further. One tile can make all the difference sometimes. This build was originally made with small power poles, which meant this power pole powers these inserters, this power pole powers these inserters, this power pole powers these inserters, these power poles here power all the central inserters. What I want to do is I want to, first off, rip up all the ones in the middle, And we're going to replace them with medium power poles. Which straight away means I need less power poles down the middle. Way less. On top of that, I should be able to get rid of all these power poles and put one there. Get rid of that power pole, that power pole, that power pole, that power pole, and again, put one right there. Really? Again? Did I? No. Put that in there so we move a little bit faster. Put those in there so we recharge a little bit faster. Run right across the base again. Hey, we got lasers at least research, so that means I am definitely going to be... Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Have fire. Tell me what you think of fire. Is fire awesome? You're attacking the repair bot as he's trying to repair. You suck. Alright. So, whilst we're over here... 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to automate some lasers. Lasers require steel, batteries, electronic circuits. We have some steel, finally. So, steel is going to require that to go away, that to go away, that to go away, and that to go away. Steel is going to require that, oops, plus that, and that. With a power pole. It's also going to require the whole build to come down here. Hey! 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 Stop that. Sheesh. Okay, and then it's going to require output. Again, because we have medium power poles. You notice I can put a power pole in the middle and power up 3 inserters now. Which also means 3 assemblers. Big difference. Big difference. We're going to have an input. We're going to have... I don't need those on my thing anymore. I don't carry these on me, but as long as I go sit down, a robot will take care of it eventually. So that's our output, which is super easy and super done. That's our power, which needs to go through that power pole. It doesn't exist yet. Robots will get here eventually. You're also going to require one of them. So you have range. You're also going to require power. So we needed steel, batteries, and electronic circuits. So, batteries are right here. So they're definitely the easiest to deal with. Steel is right there, so I'm definitely going to have the 2 of them share a belt, which is going to mean batteries continue through, red circuits go over the top, steel continues through, and then paste. I'll add all those belts in, and then we want green circuits on the right-hand side, which a yellow underground can't reach, so we're going to use a red underground. Bop, bop. Bop, copy, paste, grab those, fill them along, plus the top belt, put that in there, run that belt down to there, and that should be lasers automated. Yes. We just need this bit done. Do that, do that, do that. I can't do the red underground part. I'm gonna... at the point where, add another row, we're going to call in just 100 of those, and just 50 of those, and just 50 of those. I just want some of these on me to start making my life easier. Okay, that chest has arrived. We're going to cap that to 1 stack. At the same time, I don't need furnaces anymore. We're going to put definitely put lasers on my hand. And I'm going to put a laser here, and a laser here, and a laser here, and a laser here. And then we're just going to wait for the first one to be crafted. What do you need? Green circuits. Turns out I have a few of those. And you take 20 seconds to craft. That's going to be a while. Radars. It's starting to fill up with steel at least. Alright, so we're going to get back to fixing power poles. Come on, I want a laser. I want a laser so we can talk about lasers real quick. And steel is crap again. Yeah, as the different sciences kick in, they start using more materials. We probably don't want that on the steel line. Steel line, we're probably happy for a 50-50 split. Yeah, I only did it once, didn't I? Yes. Robots bring me so much junk. Hey, there's a laser. So, lasers are awesome. Except, minimum power consumption, 24 kilowatts. Max consumption, 1.22 megawatts. We only have like 50 megawatts free. And I'm pretty sure as we're still doing research, I'm pretty sure as the shooting speed goes up, so does their energy consumption because they shoot faster. Which is great because they kill things faster. The catch is they use power faster. And we don't have a lot of power. But we do have a couple of lasers. And that's capped again. Great. So we can leave them to defend. Hopefully we don't have any more issues in that corner. On top of that, now I have lasers. I can ghost them down freely anywhere around the base where I have hotspots. And robots can go place them as long as they can place power. Whereas the guns, if I ghost them down, the robots will go build them. But that doesn't really help us because, yeah, it doesn't fill them with ammo. Okay, same thing we want to do. Now we've got nuclear research, is paste that back down. And then cap that damn chest. Okay. So need to fix that in the master blueprints. But it should mean that we have the nuclear ward up and running. So nuclear ward does rely on these requester chests, which bring in... Nope, bad example. They bring in concrete. We don't even have concrete automated. Nor do we have these blue requester chests. So, a later problem for a later jetty. But in theory, that blueprint's finished. We have no petroleum. We're doing great. Okay. More problems to fix in future episodes. So, what was I doing? I was upgrading these power poles. So, put a power pole there, a power pole there, and a power pole there. That can go away, and that can go away. Okay. So, it's made our smelter a little bit tidier. Now, what I want to do is remove that power pole. Yeah, power pole instantly changed volume levels, which means that was a fairly important power pole. It's probably hooked up to everything. What I want to do is we're going to use a whole bunch of undergrounds to literally run through the middle of a smelter block. Now, I'm not saying you'll have to do this in just about every playthrough, but I've had to do this in just about every playthrough. Every single playthrough, doesn't matter how much I've pre-planned, there's always a time when I need just one extra belt through a smelter block. Be it like, I've suddenly found an ore on the right that I need to run into the left-hand side of the smelter. I need an extra belt to run through the smelter blocks. I didn't leave room for it. Or, you know, you forget to run stone, as we might have done before, and you choose it to run it through the brick smelter block because you're unloading stone here in a train, and it's just logical that you run it through and then around because you didn't, again, leave room. Can I put down a laser there and a laser there with the power pole there, there, and there? Yeah, there's always something that might sometimes go wrong, which might require you to magically run an extra belt. It happens. Okay, next thing I want to do is that belt is obviously just chewing from the other end of the belt, so if I get rid of that, and then we look at these guys and we go, you have yellow lights, so all that wants to go to upgrade. You have yellow lights, so all that wants to upgrade as well. You have a red light, so you can actually go away. Red, 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 red. Red, 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 red. 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 Red, red. That one. That all looks to be running. In fact, a lot of that has yellow lights on it. So technically we could make these belts go faster. which is possibly something we do in the next episode. Because the next episode, I really want to give the bots a whole bunch to do, because we're going to go out and we're going to attempt, now we've got our steel problem sorted, because as you can see, if we come along to steel belt, it's now full. There are other belts having issues, like plastic, but steel belt is now full. You know, this is 100% of the belt. This is 50-50. This is... Oh, still, this one's not really moving. But even if it was moving, you end up with 25% of the belt. Then 12.5% of the belt. Then... What? 12.5? No, 25. 12.5. 6 and... 6.25. 3 1/8 of a belt. Less than like 1.5%, 1.6%. What comes after 1.6? Like 0.8. Like less than 1% of a belt at this point. Just because of how many times we've split it off. Now, if they're backed up, like this one's backed up, and this one's backed up, and this one's backed up, it does mean that we're talking about, in that case, we're talking about 100%, 50%, that's backed up, so it's still 50%. That's backed up, so it's still 50%. That's backed up, so still 50%, still 50%, still 50%. 25%, I know it's not strictly 50%, because really, biters, because these belts are using a little bit. Yeah, 12, yeah, 5% or something down the bottom. Okay. Really? Hello? Okay. So the blue ones are bigger and better and worse biters. But we can definitely tell, because we keep getting attacked continuously, that we're going to have a few problems with biters. We haven't done any of the speed, the shooting speed researches. 4. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely having a few problems with biters that we're going to have to continue and deal with in the next episode. So in the next episode, our plan going forth is to... No, that'll self-destruct. Our plan going forth is to set up some real walls. Okay, some real walls, some real defenses. So we're going to go between these two lakes, because that makes sense. We'll then go between these two lakes, because it makes sense. We'll then go between this lake and this cliff, and then this cliff and this sea. So we'll have a sort of a dog leg across the top, but it's easily defended. Down this side, we're going to go between lake and cliff, either that direction or that direction. Cliff and cliff, cliff to sea. Because I don't... We could cut that way, and then across. It's probably just as long as just going straight across. So we're going to do some sort of wall across here. At the same time, we're going to do some sort of wall across here. This one, I only see water to water. That's the choke point. It's not a very small choke point. It's going to require us to clear out some biters as well. It's also going to get us some more iron, a lot more iron. This one is a smaller choke point. Again, it's water to water. It also is going to give us a bit more oil. It's basically double what we have currently, which is probably going to require a giant pipe. Maybe not. Maybe we can do something a little bit more high-tech and use a train. That is obviously a choke point as well, just sea to sea. That, I'm hoping this is just nothing. It just peninsulas out and there's nothing here, and I'm hoping I can do there to there. Otherwise, we have, again, one giant wall section we need to put in. So, next episode... Oh, they are coming in from this side. And I see the occasional bit of ammo on the belt. Yeah. So next episode is definitely set up some frontline defenses. Now, it's going to mean a couple of things. One, we're going to probably need more power, because we're going to be using a hell of a lot of lasers. And we did cover they use 1.22 megawatts each. And I'm pretty sure the energy cost goes up as the shooting speed goes up. So it means probably tap this coal and make another power plant right here. I'd actually really like to get off solid fuel, because that's technically an oil product, and we could be cracking the light oil into petroleum and get more plastic. to get more red circuits. How are red circuits? Crap. Pretty crap. Yeah. But again, I don't really want to burn through the coal. So yeah, next episode is going to be definitely setting up some walls. We've got robots. We've got all the tech unlocked. We're currently mostly limited on lab speed, which I know I can research my way out of, but I don't really want to because, yeah, I really want to have some stable defenses. A lot of stable defenses, because at the moment, this whole side of the base, as we've been reminded like 3 times this episode, is completely undefended. On top of that, everything between here and here is also undefended. And as for pollution, well, we're touching these guys, we're tickling these guys. They're flooded. These guys are getting a tickle. These guys are not far from getting a tickle. I'm assuming that's a spawner, although it doesn't look large enough. It could be just a worm, because we know they are worms, so it could be... It could be a few problems. One of them being we're going to have to start dotting lasers here, there, and everywhere, because our yellow ammo also can't keep up. And research-wise, technically there's another research, but we're using yellow ammo, and that's half the problem. The yellow ammo just does not have... It does a damage of 9. These guys do a damage of, what's that, 12.4. But the biters have... Maybe we can slow the game down. We have big spitters which have, and big biters which have a damage resistance of... Where is it? It doesn't tell me. It just says explosion. Okay. Maybe it's just the biter version, not the spitter version. But yeah, the biters, we're at the big biters, which means they have armor. And our yellow ammo is not cutting it. As you can see from the damage guns that we're going to have and keep having here, there, and everywhere. And there's only so many times I can throw down a laser to boost the defenses in a spot. Not to mention, with the more pollution we make, the more the biters are evolving, so they're going to keep getting nastier and nastier. So, with all that said, this is where I'm ending today's episode. We've fixed our steel problem, mostly, not 100%, but mostly. We've also got science up and running a little bit faster, but now, and we've got lasers up and running, so now the only thing left to do is pretty much make sure we have a good... Spitter. Make sure we have a good defense. At the same time, with our good defense, try to capture and capitalize on some more of the resources we have. Yeah, even the lasers are having a hard time with the biters. You can have 35 ammo. I don't have any more on me. Control for 100. Left click for 100. Take out 50. Take out 50. So they got 50 rounds apiece. We'll put another laser here as well. And yeah. So, like I said, next episode, definitely need defenses. Definitely need to capitalize on what we've got. If we extend our walls out, it means we can have 1 more iron, 1 more coal, 2 more coals, 3, 4 more coals, which are technically ours already, but we can definitely have them then, along with a second iron, another copper, along with another oil. So it basically doubles our resources we've got, plus the 2 stones that I left earlier. So it basically doubles the amount of resources we have currently, and also hopefully keeps us out of trouble in the future. I didn't even realize that patch was there. There you go. Alright, so with all that said, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next episode, definitely some more combat. At the same time, robots, clean up! On aisle number 2. That would really help. How did I miss that? I don't know. But that's it. I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Alright, bye.